Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Wonder with Will. It's going to be a great episode. We're going to be traveling up into Unicoi State Park, right above Helen. As you can see, it's snowing outside. On my way up, it was snowing. The temperature outside is 30 degrees, and tomorrow it's supposed to be like a high of 20 degrees. So it's going to be cold, but we're going to spend some time out in nature, and it's going to be a great time. So I hope you enjoy. So here's where we're calling home for the rest of the weekend. As you can see, restroom, nice. Look at the shower. Look at the shower, it's massive. What? And then we got the rest of the room right here. Look at the view from the window. That's pretty nice, right? So this is where we're calling home for the weekend. We called this trip the Winter Wonderland Getaway. And when you know it's snowing outside, it is totally a winter wonderland. That's just how God works. I'm here with the ministry this weekend, so we're gonna have lots of times for devotionals, lots of time for Bible study, fellowship, playing games, just hanging out. I hope you're ready for a relaxing weekend and an encouraging weekend for your faith. All right, guys, we just arrived at La Cabaña, Mexican restaurant. Woohoo! And it's so charming here. Look at all these Christmas lights that are still up. So it'll be fun to walk around Helen a little bit, probably after we eat some dinner and enjoy ourselves. Well, we finished with dinner and now we are at a frozen ice cream place called Freeze Cream. It's rolled ice cream. And you may say, what kind of crazy people eat ice cream when it's 30 degrees outside? And the answer is basically like all of these people in here, which you can't see from the door, but there's a lot of people in there. So I'll get you some B-roll of the ice cream. You know, as I was watching this ice cream being made, I couldn't help but think about our faith and our lives. I don't know about you guys, but there are times in my life where I can't help but wonder if all these different ingredients are going to turn out to work together. If your story is anything like my story, God oftentimes puts us through storms and faith-rocking moments. He puts us through tests and trouble. He mixes us and turns us over. And there are times where we feel as if we land flat on our face. Have you ever felt like you were spread thin? And then, in our lowest of moments, God works a miracle and shows us that He's had a plan all along. What seemed to be insurmountable chaos has been rolled into a wonderful and delightful package. So stay strong, brother or sister. Don't lose heart. Keep the faith. God has a plan for you that will leave you all smiles.
That's right.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning and had a wonderful night last night, played some card games, just hung out with everybody, and then this morning woke up to a beautiful 14-degree morning. Actually, it's so cold out that my gimbal that I was using to catch a time lapse this morning literally just shut off because it's like, no, I'm not doing this. It's too cold. So right now we're about to eat some breakfast. We got bagels and donuts and yogurt and fruit and all that good stuff. And then after breakfast, we're gonna do a devotional and listen to a message. And after that, it's gonna be time to decide whether we're gonna do some hiking or if we're gonna stay inside and just stay warm all day. So I'll keep you guys updated. We may not do the hiking just because it's so cold. And when the wind blows, oh, it'll kill you. It'll kill you, it's so cold. So anyway, stay tuned. We'll figure out what we get into today.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope everyone stayed warm last night. So I'd like to talk to you about something that I feel almost never, if ever, gets preached from the pulpit, and that's about commitment. The reason I want to talk about this also is because being in singles ministry, it seems like it runs rampant for the lack of commitment. So whether you realize it or not, commitment affects every area of your life. From your finances, to your job, to all of your relationships, to your character. And lastly, it affects your relationship with God. So with your finances, if you're not committed to paying your bills on time, you will destroy your credit. If you're not committed to saving money, you will be destitute when a financial, hardship happens. With all of your relationships, if you're not committed to loving and helping others around you, you most likely won't have much support when you need help from them. In your job, if you're not committed to doing a good day's work or showing up on time with a good attitude, you most likely will be fired. When it comes to commitment, there are generally three types of people. First, there are those who make a commitment and don't honor it. It might have been because they were too busy. It might have been because they don't want to say no to someone just to soothe their worries, so they told them what they wanted to hear. It might be because they faced unforeseen hardship or inconvenience. It could be because of an opportunity for fun came along. It's what we call the BBD, the bigger, better deal. Or
you're missing out.
That's right. Or this type of person has no real conviction about breaking commitments. Second, there are those who rarely commit to anything, which keeps them safe from facing any sort of inconvenience or, in their mind, anyone thinking bad about them for not following through because they never made a commitment. And lastly, there are those who are happy to make a commitment and will follow through with honoring it no matter what hardship or discomfort they will face. As Christians, we are to be people of our word, people with integrity, people who strive to reflect the very nature and character of Christ. Romans 12:13 says, "Be devoted to one another in brotherly love." Devoted means to be committed. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with God's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Philippians 2:1-4 says, "If you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from his love, if any fellowship with the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being in one spirit and purpose. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others." Matthew 5:14-16 says, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven." So here's what it boils down to. Will you dishonor God by dishonoring a commitment, or will you honor God by honoring a commitment?
Well, everyone, it is in the afternoon time. Temperature is a blistering 25 degrees. The heat index is exactly at 0, so you won't need any sunscreen today. That's a good thing. We are headed to do a hike called Anna Ruby Falls. And I just got to be honest with you guys. If not for you, I definitely would not be doing this hike, but I do it for the viewers. So give me some encouragement. If you enjoy the hike that I go on, if you like the B-roll that we get from it and seeing the falls, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below just to give me some encouragement so I know next time whether I should do the hike or not. But there's gonna be a whole group of us that are there, so we will see you at the trailhead.
Yes.
Time to worship.
It's who I am.
God made the beauty all around us, and it always makes my heart sad when people worship the created more than the Creator. In the frigid temperatures of winter, it's easy to forget that spring is coming. If you find yourself looking forward to better times and warmer temps, remember, follow Jesus and follow the trail. You never know how beautiful life could be.